Hello, everybody. This is not going to be a very long stream at all, but I am going to be going in and trying to finish this event. 25 days left, and hopefully, stages. And hopefully, we will also be able to get the last ID of Dawn this time, which I think we should be capable of. But let's see. Team comp. No, wait, I want to be on Bleed Team, because that'll give me all the bonuses. There we go. Almost really fucked up there. Oh, we're all good. Oh, and just since I gotta check, since I'm in Australia, can you hear me, and can you see me, and am I loading and all of that? Because I've very badly bugged out before. But, ooh, Peculate. Let's win rate him first. And then Gregor, can you hit things, please? Thank you. Dominating. All good. That is one thing that I've been spoiled on because I did a mirror dungeon run a little bit earlier. Apparently this is where we're going to be seeing bigger Peculate. I really wonder if they're going to give any actual lore on how or why that's happening. Because, like, Peculate are very much one of the most confusing things in the story to me so far. I don't really know what they are. I was kind of thinking of them as just being, like, filler abnormalities for a while. But now they seem to kind of be more like ordeals from LobCorp, except they're everywhere. Oh, yep. There's the big ones. There's no specific name, they just got a question mark. Huh. Weird. I'll read through that later. I don't want to take up too much time on stream. But, okay, you're just, never mind, you're not anything. Well, might as well hit you. Kinda weird using N-Corp Faust again. They were like my main guy for a really long time, and then I stopped using them at all for a while. Kinda neat having them back on the party. Kinda the same with Blade Lineage Sinclair. I used him a lot before I got Modern Sinclair, of the one really good one everyone likes. I guess I'll avoid striking you, but we don't need two people dogpiling on that one. We don't even really need one. How about you strike you? That works better. That's a Peculate down. That's a good hit. These guys don't seem that much worse. Honestly, they seem kind of weaker than like the Mirror Dungeon normal Peculate. But I guess the Mirror Dungeon power levels aren't like their canon levels. Let me see here. What level are these guys? They're level 40. So they're not that much lower level than the level 47s you fight in there. Okay, well that is obviously not what we want. There we go. That's an even distribution, and we'll avoid fighting that guy. Hope we can instead just take down 2 or 3 of them beforehand and then dogpile on their main ones. Alright, that's one. That's good. Very good. Can you do something? Can you get it killed? Darn, got it down to... You pile. Don't tell Abby! Now I'm just imagining one of those old... Oh, also, hi Dale, nice to see ya. But Now I'm just imagining one of those like old like anti-piracy things. If you wouldn't pile on a dog, message is already typed. Out of context, that would be kind of funny. Alright, yeah, I don't think we're going to lose any of these classes. It just comes down to, can I trust either of you to beat this guy? I'm gonna say no, so we're just gonna have to take one more turn. Which is fine, you don't get penalized till you take 11. Yeah, those were or are, I guess, still so funny. Especially because, like, I don't think it actually convinced anyone not to pirate, because those are completely different situations. And also, I totally would fucking download a car if such a thing was available. Like, who wouldn't want to do that? That's the coolest way to get a car I've ever heard. Like, instead of having to go to the dealership or any of that crap, you just, like, can just instantly download one into your garage or something. Did we just fight the Peculata? What voice did I give him? Yes. Their appearances are rather dissimilar from what we have encountered before. They appear to have grown more acute. Oh, so their angles are changing, I see. They are evolutions of each Peculata. Wait, is it... It's Pekatula, ain't it? I've been saying Peculata the entire time. The kind of Pekatula one transforms into depends on the type of sin one is embodied in life. So there's no surprise there may be variations. People are turning into these things? No one's ever said that before. But we've never encountered anything like them before. Yeah, huh. Rapid evolution. Collecting the golden burrows could have expedited the Pekatula growth process. How? This is just raising more questions about what the hell these things even are. Like, we still don't know, they're just here. Those burrows, they really have something to do with everything, huh? Our job is starting to look a lot more serious. Alright, that reminds me, these Pekatula are each supposed to represent some kind of sin, right? Sin. My thoughts grow distant all of a sudden. No, the sinners grow distant while my thoughts draw nearer. Their voices grow muffled. The word sin feels oddly unfamiliar today. It appears that they have lost their sense of self, their original forms now forgotten to oblivion. Self. Aren't distortions kind of similar to that? At this point, you're just saying everything's similar to everything else, Gregor. Like, yeah, it's established at this point there's a lot of things a human can turn into. Some people become distortions, some people become Pekatula. I wonder what the difference is. Were you guys... The clock may be turning into one. Jeez, yeah, true. But were you all in the loop that Pekatula were former humans? Nobody told me that. I think I know. Planted in the hearts of all are seeds of ever-present potential to bloom. When did you get poetic all of a sudden, Dante? Executive manager? What do you say? Phone talked over you, so I couldn't hear. Wait, yeah, this is getting really blurry. Oh, we're back to normal, good. If you would allow me to continue, maintaining the self at times of extreme stress could cause one to evolve into a distortion, and when the light of the day descends upon the hearts of every human, blooming the seeds buried deep within. Okay, I do actually think I know what he's talking about here. Like, the thing that got all of these humans turning into things started was an event called the Seed of Light that was a light that was supposed to... some kind of nebulous magic thing that was supposed to end up, like, helping all of humanity, but it ended up just causing a lot of people to turn into monsters. So I think... I'm explaining it poorly, but I think that he's just referencing that. Manager? If one's devoured by their sins, they are reborn in the form of their image reflecting the dreamt by those who are nothing. I have no idea what he could be saying there. Dante? Dante! Or no. Dante, what is... If one withstands, their sins, their heart, What the hell? Cluckhead, what the bloody hell are you talking about? Yeah, this definitely feels like it's happening to us. I like the sound of that. Has something gone awry with their prosthetic head? Yet if one seeks to bear the of their original hearts. Ego? Is that what you are speaking of? Wait, okay, if one of those words is ego, then I might be able to work thing. Ego seeks to bear the... I assume the three-letter one's ego, but that's about all I can grasp, actually. That doesn't help at all. How would anyone interpret this sentence? Thus out of original heart, something ego. And in... Oh, this does not look good. And in a world perceived through their own... shall be unveiled to their egos of somehow to do and by of sin. This is very concerning. Nothing like this has happened ever before to Dante. They're starting to talk a bit like my grandfather, and I guess his grandfather sounds like this. Manager, your head. Executive manager, your head is on fire. Wait, has it never been on fire before? In the loading screen, his head was always on fire. I kind of assumed it did that at least semi-regularly. But does it not? Oh, what a blaze. I think they're about to explode. Only those who define their own, Oi! We gotta do something before Clockhead bites it! Got any bright ideas, lass? I know not what to do! Only those who are awakened to their own, God, just scorching! I thought that the manager escort's flaming head was merely for style! But not yet once felt heat from it. Okay, so they are always on fire. The key difference is that it isn't usually actual fire. Okay. First I thought I was picturing him in my head wrong the entire time. Faust, what if they accidentally activated the self-destruct sequence? This heat, if we don't douse it now, it's gonna melt everything around them. Yes, the operating principles are the same. Dante, via the golden boughs, connected to the root of the sapling planted in the subterranean area of the headquarters. Which is to say that... Wait. Who gives a sight about the boughs? We gotta douse the flames on their head. Wait a second, though, that is significant there. Root of the sapling planted in the subterranean area of the headquarters. We've been gathering up branches of this tree for a completely unknown purpose this entire game. If they have a sapling that they're apparently using this for, that does suggest they're trying to actually build the tree back. Which is significant because the tree is what did the whole light that turned everyone into monsters thing in the first place. Water! Does douse say anyone have water? We must make haste and douse the flames! Wait, who gives a sight about the balls? We gotta douse the flames on their head. I don't remember if I read that one. Sometime later. Pray tell, art thou recovered? My eyes, if I had eyes, that is, opened slowly. I was lying on the ground surrounded by the sinners. What happened? Do you not recall what had transpired? I guess I don't. I do remember waking up on the stairs and suddenly feeling really dizzy. Executive manager, you must visit a workshop to get that looked at as soon as we return. Huh? A workshop? Did I malfunction or something? Don't talk about them like you're talking about some machine. Either way, there isn't anything we can do about what just happened. Not here. We can discuss this later once we returned. What we just transpired does not seem to pose any hindrance to our mission. Angdu, where is... She has advanced without us. While I remain curious yet concerned about your condition, we must reconvene with her. The situation calls for urgency. Yeah, okay. There's a lot I didn't understand, but since we're in the middle of an operation, let's deal with that first. Alright. So one level completed. I want to say there are 2 more, and in the ending dungeon, which is sometimes very hard, and sometimes it's nothing at all. So we'll see about that. But alright. In other important stuff, we are now only 1 away from being able to buy... Oh! Wait, yeah, I am out of energy. I don't like using lunacy. But would 1 box be enough? Let's see here. It's gonna be... Yeah, 1 box would be enough. And I did buy some boxes already. I'm just gonna use 1. Why the hell not? We're still making a box profit anyhow. I don't think I've ever really needed a box either. Why does this have to break? Why now? There's a nervous-looking man at the top of the stairs on the upmost floor of the building. I could immediately tell this man was unlike any other foe we had faced in this building. Better be quiet in there. I hope this thing at least stays put. So he kept looking into his pocket and watched as though he was expecting something awful to come out of the door. His garb, which highly resembles the Kurokuma clan's standard outfits, suggests that he is a relevant individual in this case. It is possible to extrapolate from his outfit that he is of higher rank than any foe we have defeated on the course to this location. Then, before I even had the chance to just wait and come up with a strategy, Angdu was already charging at the man. You must be a captain of the Kurokuma clan! What the? You attempt the blade lineage? Very well, here I stand before you, face my blade. Tisk, I suppose this means my men are all dead, huh? I'd toss it in an office if I could, but the merchandise is still in there. Gah, come on. Suppose I've got no choice but to fight. At least allow me to introduce myself, then you can tell me who you are. Name's Jun, captain of the boys you killed. Angdu. So from the lineage of Blades, a follower of mentor Bamboo-Hatted Kim. The hallway before the floor fell silent. It is as calm as a winter dawn. The 2 warriors, blade drawn, began to take cautious steps, as though they were attempting to gauge the distance between each other. Ha! There was a sudden flash. When I came to my senses, the pair had switched sides, facing away from each other. The outcome of this class? Hag. Come on, that's it, huh? Miss Angdu! Appeared to have been Angdu's defeat. She fell to her knees. I mean, I was just getting started. Surprised he even had any energy left for that attack. Gah! He had fighting the Kurokuma clan henchmen on the front lines before he even had the chance to catch up. No wonder she's exhausted. I must also remind you that she was on the verge of death not so long ago. She has overexerted herself. What are the rest of you gonna do? Fight me too? That hardly seems fair. Me against... What, are the rest of you gonna fight me too? That hardly seems fair. Me against all of you. We killed like 60 people to get to you. You had the advantage first. It's not your fault for failing to capitalize. As Jun rested his blade on his shoulder with an annoyed scowl, he could tell from the single clash against Angdu that he wasn't going to go down easy. What, because he could one-hit someone who we just saved from death? Well, I don't like that we're all ganging up against this one guy, but... You got one loud-ass clock for a head. What even is that? Is that some local T-Corp clock-shaped prosthetic fastener or something? You know, good point. We probably get along pretty well in T-Corp. It is a clock, right? You, is that clock head on time? Mate, what do you think? That clock ain't for telling time. Huh? Then what'd you decapitate yourself for? What a useless clock. Okay then, any of you got a timepiece, a clock, a watch, anyone? My stupid watch broke again. Sinners wordlessly began to surround Jun. I guess not. Are any even wearing a watch? You must be all insane, sauntering about without a timepiece. Even if I did, I would heartily find it within myself to show it to thee. You're all really getting on my nerves. You know what? That's it. I'd be deep-seated if I let anyone in here anyway. I'd be in deep sit, I mean. So come and get me. I'll cut you down if it's the last thing I do. Alright, here we go. we go, we got some...
오늘도 즐거운
You liar, you do still have people.
잠시만 볼륨 좀 확인해.
And they're even decently strong people.
들리지 않아서.
Yeah, there's nothing we can really do about that even, so we just kind of gotta hope that we happen to get a win. This fight does actually seem like it might be one of the somewhat tricky ones.
즐거운 하루의
Though, of course, as our sanity goes up throughout the course of the battle, our odds also improve.
들리지 않아서.
저놈을 추적해! 이 작살은 필사의 집념이 담겨있지.
방금 건 제대로 된 공격이 아니었는데. 혹시 너희들 중에 매뉴얼을 제대로 안 읽고 온 사람들이 개체의 상태가
Alright, and our attacks are apparently ineffective, according to Malkuth. But you know, I love how just straightforward she is in telling us what is and isn't effective. Damn, we even already got a member staggered? I mean, they've got a member dead, but still, we don't... Damn! Damn, we actually lost somebody.
이스마엘이다.
I'm not sure if we're going to win this fight. We can still probably pull it off, but that's going to be a little bit rough.
직원 하나가 더 이상 움직이지 않아. 어? 다들 왜 그런 표정이야? 마음이 벌써 약해진 거야? 고작 이런 걸로?
Okay, yeah, if that plus this guy distorting, I'm just gonna retry this fight. We should only lose 1 point from that. Damn, that is a cool effect to have on my loading screen, though. I like that one. That even has emote potential. Yeah, we still get 19 back. Alright, one more try. This time, I really want to switch around any IDs. I feel like actually the more rational thing to do in this situation would be to try and level somebody up. Oh, wait a second. When did I get that? I didn't. That would explain why I don't have it. Now I might just try again and just actually use my dodgers when I have no chance of winning a class. That was really just, I got greedy. And I shouldn't have gotten greedy. My guys, at least dodge, that'll take some of the damage off.
나만 믿고 다리에 집중해줘. 도움이 될 수 있어.
Alright, nobody even, we just kind of got luckier on our initial roll that time. There's nobody who's obviously going to lose. And I can start stacking bleed on some peeps.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데. 나만 믿고 다리에
Pretty much a straightforward win that time.
집중할 수 있을 거야.
Now the rest of this is looking a lot easier. There we go. I think we actually just got unlucky the first time. I don't think we actually need to.
개체의 상태가 좋지 않아 보여. 이 틈을 파고들어서 완벽하게 제압시켜보자.
끌지 말지. 이 작살 필사의 집념이 담겨있지. 도왔나?
So it's good.
이렇게 진리가 저놈을 추적해! 떨어진다. 성의 끝.
I think now I've seen most. I'm still very curious what that obelisk is. There's still some in here. At all.
우리가 우세를 정하고 있어. 하지만 여기서 방심하면 안 돼. 지휘팀이라면 완벽하고 빈틈없이 모든
Alright.
해야죠.
And now we get into the mini boss, who I have already fought in the dungeons, but he was really a real bitch in the dungeons.
기체가 더 이상 움직이지 않네. 이대로 남은 대상들도 전부 움직일 수 없게 만들어보자.
So as of right now, everything looks good. That doesn't look good there, but follow that up with a Sanging Harpoon. So we wasted more damage to him than he did us. I think that's fine. Stagger guy there. Turn Fatality, that's a big hit always. Guard, stab, stab. Damn, that was a bad counterattack. Very bad, like. Let's see if all that bleed on her. Right. She's not dead at least.
수첩에 모든 걸 적어놓으면
That's a good sign.
마음만 약해지지만 않으면 되는 거야.
We can use an ego, which should be enough to help a little bit. Don't use more than one though. We'll just take that final hope. I should have defended. Well, I'll just hope that it ends up actually working out.
이 작사엔 필사의 집념이 담겨 있다.
Quite a lot of bleed potency stacked on him.
전열을 지켜라. 내게 관심이 쏠렸으니 너할 기회는 더욱 많아진다.
There we go. Got him below 200. And we got a second attack going straight at him. That gets him to 150.
제대로 된 공격이 아니었는데 혹시 제대로 안
He's so gonna die. He's dead. Alright, yeah, this ended up being a insanely close fight.
다들 왜 그런 표정이야?
But
마음이 벌써 약해진 거야? 고작 이런 걸로?
I think we still stand a chance here. Let's see, this might end up being one of those difficult fights they have to end up doing off screen because jeez. We do win, it's going to be a win with very heavy losses. Yeah, holy shit.
직원 하나가 더 이상 움직이지 않아.
Down to being a 3v2.
그런 표정이야? 마음이 벌써 약해진 거야?
Let's see though. Full power that we can muster. Good news is Heathcliff is still very strong here, and he's one of my favorite guys, so there we go. It's now down to him only having one guy left, so it's at least a 1v3. I think this might end up being the closest victory. Because, yeah, he's also about to hit stagger, and if we can hit stagger, there we go. Yeah, he's staggered. That's going to be enough to do a big benefit. Damage, that's not a lot actually, but oh damn, she's probably going to die too because she's got so much bleed on her. But he's at 11.
우리가 우세를 전하고 있어.
God damn,
여기서 당신을
this is absolutely my closest ever victory.
없이 모든 걸 끝마쳐야 해.
Lost over half the team, but in the end, there he goes. These Kurokumo clanmen are pretty tough. Kurokumo clanmen, that is a terrible phrase. Ha! Now let's converse for a moment. Engdu seemed to have recovered someone as he fought. See, bounds him with a rope before throwing him to the ground. Ugh! I don't expect a mere captain to know why your organization has put a bounty on our heads, but we cannot quite place the reason why you, of all people, are standing guard before this room. It's as though you're protecting our mentor from us, of all people. Wait, it wasn't just you, was it? Every Kurokuma clan filth we killed on the way up the door stood in our path like they were protecting something with their lives. Fine, here's the truth then. We're the victims here. Whatever do you mean? You guys really have a way of pushing my buttons, huh? Huh, we weren't part of the party pursuing you or cutting you down. That was none of my business. You're just one of the many syndicates our organizations are unlucky enough to be on the thumb sit list. Our run was just a coincidence. Run in. We're ordered by the thumb to stand guard next to a black steel here, that's all. Everyone was on edge because we're supposed to transport it elsewhere pretty soon. Alright. Yep. And that's when you Blade Lineage bastards appeared out of nowhere. Out of nowhere? I see, so this is where our mentor has awakened. Sounds like you know something I don't. Can't say I've ever heard of a tech that could blip people into existence just like that. Thought they were using a singularity or something. Tsk. It's kinda like that. Besides, the Blade Lineage never had a chance. Our numerical advantage was insurmountable. Of course. We had your friends cornered. We had no trouble cutting them down until there were but 3 of you left standing. And all of a sudden your boss's eyes suddenly began to glow and... he cut down everyone around him. It was a one-sided slaughter. What? Then... Got that right. Blade Lineage, Kurokuma clan, it didn't matter. He cut through everyone. What the hell am I supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? I'm their captain. The lives of my men are my responsibility. I tried to save them somehow. So I stayed outside to guard the door while my men guard the entrance to this building. What other choice did I have? Shit. Delivery deadline's coming up. I'm finished. So it won't end with me having to cut off a finger or two. Damn it. Gah. Engdu shook the back of Jun's neck with a swift precision and dropped him to the floor. Engdu, the man had already been subdued. Wherefore dost thou? If merely put him to sleep, it would have caused us trouble had we attempted to enter that room while he was conscious. I must talk to my mentor, see him with my own eyes. You gone deaf, lass? Your boss will cut down anyone who gets too close. No, that cannot be. Dante, we can infer from what information we have gathered that... Yeah, I agree. There's a powerful aura coming from behind that door. I can sense it. Our mentor. Engdu's hands tremble as they wrap around the doorknob. We must prepare for battle. I know that mentor bamboo-headed Kim will do no such thing. Slam the door open. We're going to come face to face with a distortion. There we go. God, we need a detective for that. Alright. Getting pretty darn close to the end of the stream here. Just one more stage. And before we do that one stage, we shall purchase Blade Lineage Salsa Don Quixote. There we go, new ID. Now, last regular fight time. And we'll be all good. Mentor, what is this? Recognize these wounds. These are your techniques. How could you put your blade to our fellows? Attempting to communicate seems futile. Pitch black frames lingered behind the man she called bamboo-headed Kim. Her mentor, something had devoured him. There was something in his eyes. Fiendish malevolence. You could sense it. This was a distortion. Cease your beastly owls and talk to me. Please, say something. Wait, don't get too close. The distortion seized his blade in the blink of an eye. It sensed that something had entered its range. It sensed, you're really going to kill? Get out of the way! Engdu stood there confused, and Claire urgently hurled himself in her direction. In that brief moment, the distortion's blade descended on them as though it bisected the very space they inhabited. Surmised that Sinclair had entered the distortion's range as well. We have no choice but to suppress it. We had hunched up, sensing the changing atmosphere. We slowly raised our weapons. Alright, straight into battle we go. Oh yeah, they do literally have the distortion rock. No way. No wonder why he turned. Alright, Bamboo Hatted Kim. Starts battle, full favored. No unique parts. So just strike.
이 작살, 필사의 집념이 담겨있지.
했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘해주고 이대 계속해보면
Alright, this guy seems to be pretty darn tough.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지?
Actually, not really.
볼륨 좀 확인해볼게. 대답 소리가
He's taking some hits, but he's not like feeding us really. Yeah, this just seems a little bit slow at worst.
선원들,
오늘도
나를
즐거운
보호해.
Plus, he seems to be bleeding pretty darn well. Ooh, now we're getting into something actually tricky though. Especially because we don't have any ego that could help us. We just gotta play this mostly defense. But the good news of playing this mostly defense is that we can just do just barely enough damage to get him to a stagger point. Then we should be just fine. Like, that's all we should need to do is try and get him to stagger.
나만 믿고 다들 집중해줘.
But now we're back to normal. Ooh, he does have a bit of a shield though. Sure, we could puncture that teeny bit of shield in one turn though. Though it might not, because he does have a pretty long health bar. That could be a significant shield. Okay, now that's the end of the shield. Come on, we just need to get to stagger point 1 and we can get him the rest of the way. There we go.
제약 개체가 비틀거리는 게 보이네. 아, 이대로 영영 움직이지 못하게 만들어보자.
Alright, yeah, this is nothing to worry about. There we go. We almost got him double staggered even.
우리가 우세를 점하고
Fortunately, double staggering does not get the stagger to pick back up again.
지휘팀이라면 완벽하고
Alright, I mean,
모든 걸 끝마쳐야죠.
I'll try and see if I can get it to target any of these guys, but we don't really need it to. Yeah, it just seems like some of these attacks aren't gonna class. And that's totally fine. Because he's got a ton of bleed. So every time we class, he's taking 12 either way. 13 now. There we go. Suppressed. Easy peasy, show on a day's work, nothing to worry about. Now it's doing the not responding thing. Darn, I hate it when it does this.
이번엔 성적이 좋았군.
But there we go.
하지만 머나먼 고래에 닿기 위해서는 아직도 부족하다. 다시 가스터빈을 점화한다. 그리고
Excuse me? It's not really loading properly now. Gauges. Final level. Ha ha. Bamboo-headed Kim kneeled and caught his breath. Something began to simmer behind him. This is a dungeon, a mirror dungeon of the Fathoms. It's just like Ding Dong's Bars and Friars, huh? It's Yu Wong's, Gregor, Yu Wong's. I was gonna say. He's already entered the dungeon. Ha, so we gotta follow the bloke, eh? Yeah, we're ordered to secure the distortion as well, so an immense heavy sensation emanates from within that space. The monolith is supposed to be somewhere in there too. Let us follow. Was just clearly dumbfounded by this turn of events. I get out, she was determined to see this to the end. We had nothing more to add. Advancing. This is the place that's taking the likeness of S-Corp. Not just anywhere in S-Corp, an untranslated area. You can call this place the Fathoms of Ego, because that mentor Bamboo-headed Kim's memories are affecting this place. Is there any aught from his past that you are aware of? No, nothing in detail. I don't have the right to divulge the description of his past based on hearsay, either. Darn, nothing to guide us here. Angdu continued in a morose tone. When he appeared so suddenly at the building, I don't suppose he had much trouble cutting down the Kurokuma clan henchmen. I'm certain that he's flanked by competent men and women. It would have mattered how many henchmen they threw against the mentor. Nothing short of a Kurokuma clan officer could have given him any trouble. In fact, I surmise he would have been able to cut down 100 of their men on his own. But not all who accompanied Master Bamboo-headed Kim were as powerful as he. His capabilities lie far beyond our own. His fellows must have fallen one by one before the endless onslaught of Kurokuma clan henchmen, and I cannot help but imagine the sight must have reminded him of a rather tragic event in his past, an unpleasant event that likely shook mentor Bamboo-headed Kim to the core. That alone fits the description for the criteria, fits numerous criteria that make it ripe for the manifestation of a distortion. He's in a very receptive state to the monolith's influence as well. That is how the mentor became beholden to his blade like a fiend. Yet still, how could he? We remained wordless and advanced as Angdu despondently muttered to herself. It was all silent, save for the sound of her shoes lightly pressing against the soft soil of our feet. Alright, just gotta slaughter our way through this dungeon, and we should be all good. Oh damn, this is a dungeon. Should I just take something I know I want? I don't want to reset a whole lot. Yeah, I'll go with the little naughty plussy. We're playing Bleed, so it only makes sense. Oh, it's this dungeon. Oh, I don't really feel like doing this right now. I'll just slaughter our way to the end as fast as we possibly can. I need that it gets its own aesthetic and all that.
오늘도 즐거운 하루의 시작이네. 그렇지? 잠시만, 볼륨 좀 확인해볼게. 대답 소리가 잘 들리지 않아서. 방송 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
저놈을 추적해.
방송권 제대로 된 공격이 아니었는데.
This dungeon doesn't seem too bad, at least. Wait, are these enemies we're fighting? Are they still Kurokumos? They are. Just tired Kurokuma clan henchmen.
저놈을 추적해.
Well,
남은 대상들도 전부
I don't
움직일 수 없게
actually really feel like doing this today. I think I'll just finish this dungeon off stream. Goodbye, everybody.